Here's my great solution to the cable problem. I'm going to put one of these ties between the metal piece and the cables so that the cables will slide against the ties rather than, and same here on the frame right here. Right here and right here and right up in here on that. Now we go over to the painting session of our show, and I brought in this piece, and you can see that all the pieces are in really good shape, except for this one is a little bit dented right down in here, due to the fact that this piece here is dented, and it goes like right there, close to that. So I'll have to straighten this out, and I'll show you how to do auto body on that. And this piece, one thing I wanted to say about this, you clean it up really good with the alcohol, like right there. But what we want to do is make sure we get a little bit of sandpaper down in this area right here, and sand these vents really, really good, because this is where the paint will most likely come off. All right, and then you don't have to do the back as far as the painting the back, but what we want to do is run a little bit of sandpaper, doesn't matter what grit, all the way about an inch inside, all the way around. And of course you want to make sure you get your vents. That way you have a good wraparound stick of the paint, because remember that this edge right here and these edges right here correspond to these frame rubbings. You see that? See, the bike is telling us a whole lot of things if you'll just pay attention and look at it. These are bad spots right here where I want to put on a little extra paint, a little extra clear. I don't know how well the clear will work on it, on these panels that are they're, I don't know how you call it, they're kind of rough, they're not smooth. But I'll paint these, I'll paint the back of the little lights here, I'll paint the bezel, underneath the bezel, and the back. And one thing I want to tell you about these lights, and these are a little bit bent. One of them was bent, and then I accidentally bent another one. I won't tell you how, because, well, we just won't talk about that. But in these lights, if you haven't taken these off in forever, take them off, because sometimes the inside gets dust in them, and they don't put out as much light as they used to. Another thing too is, as long as you're going to do it, pull a little light bulb out, write down which size light bulb it is, go down to your local hardware store and get 4 new ones. Because I know these light bulbs are 25 years old, at least. Let's see, 85, 26 years old on that. So that's where we're at right now with the Gyro project. Kind of bums me out that the wheels of the tires will be 130 plus, they'll be 140 bucks, but I guess, you know, if they'll last forever, if I can get them and get them to fit underneath that cover right there, if the width is not too long. Up here I've taken this Honda back cover where the seat goes, and I've given it a shot of clear. I want to see how the clear looked on it. Of course, it's about 30 degrees outside, and thank God it's colder than a bitch out there, but we don't have any snow. See, we got nice blue sky, no snow, not like the Midwest or anything. And I guess Al Gore is out there saying that this is what global warming causes. All that heat causes more snow. And I didn't know that, so I guess I learned something new every day. Too bad he didn't become president. So what I'll do, and you can see the rough spots on here, which is due to the cold paint, because it shouldn't be put on this cold at all. But as you can see the rough spots here, I will take my, after 3 coats of clear, I will take my 1000 grit sandpaper and sand that perfectly smooth. See, and then I'll have a nice clear table to buff with my buffing polish. I do it by hand. I know how to do it with a machine. That's a whole different series, because you got to be really good and know what you're doing, or else you'll burn through a paint job in a New York minute. Then we have this is the wheel, and all of the really nice spots I've done on it. You can let me show you. This is the new wheel, which is actually an old wheel of mine, but I put on I've covered up all the cracks and made everything smooth. I want to show you the difference between this wheel, and you can see I've in between here I put caulk, and then I've put caulking in here and in here and in here. Compared to the stock wheel, this is the stock bent wheel. But if you look at you see the gap right here, and if you look in here and you see the weld, I mean the weld is okay, but it's not smooth. And then you look down here at where the water's gotten underneath and rusted it. That's why I put the caulk in there to see if I can make it look just more finished and more beautified. And I want to see how well that'll work. It may work, it may not, but we'll see. So we got a nice sunny day out. It is cold as hell, and we continue.